One of them is a senator that seems to be on the bad side of most of the people in the Democratic Party at the moment. Senator Dianne Feinstein.
Wish you didn't have to pay full price for Nintendo gear?
Wish I didn't have to listen to this stupid ad.
Face coverings. Senator Dianne Feinstein has written to federal agencies asking for a mandatory mask policy, both in the air and on public transit.
Exactly.
Well, that was news footage from June, just this June, when California Senator Dianne Feinstein wrote a letter to the FAA demanding everyone wear masks in airports. Feinstein wrote that we need a mandatory mask policy for all airport and airline employees and passengers, end quote. Feinstein claimed the agency had, quote, sowed confusion among passengers about whether masks are necessary. But they are necessary, says Dianne Feinstein. Not wearing them is very dangerous given the coronavirus. Well, given that, today, this show exclusively obtained photographs of, and this is going to rock your world, Dianne Feinstein in a private terminal at Dulles.
Breed Creed is fucking with you. I constantly have to tell people that. He's just fucking with you. Look over him.
Airport, an FBO, as they say in private aviation, on Friday. In the photographs, Feinstein can be seen smiling without a mask on. One might even say she's sowing confusion about whether or not masks are necessary. A pilot with a mask is walking in front of her, carrying a bag and a dog. We reached out
and there's
to
a
Dianne
bag
Feinstein's
walking
office
behind
about
him, an old bag.
her back. We can be sure of one thing. This isn't really Dianne Feinstein's fault. Just like when the hair salon...
I'm sorry if you think Tucker sucks, because I think I've got at least one more clip from Tucker tonight to play, unfortunately.
Framed Nancy Pelosi, caught not wearing a mask while getting her hair done. Dulles Airport, the diabolical FBO, probably masterminded the whole thing.
And then she was caught in the halls of Congress, not wearing a mask. Because these rich old hags think that the rules don't apply to them. But I mean, I'm upset because it's giving the right ammo. It is giving them something that they can latch on to
by a woman who is
and claim that Democrats are hypocrites. That's the only time hypocrisy ever matters to Republicans, as we talked about last night. They are shameless. You can point out their hypocrisy all day long. They do not care.
was actually at the French Laundry restaurant the exact same night.
This is Gavin Newsome,
now those photos that she took,
governor of California.
Questions about the governor's claims that the dinner was outdoors, as he has repeatedly claimed. Take a look.
Tonight, a Fox 11 exclusive. We've obtained this photo of Governor Gavin Newsome dining at the luxurious French Laundry restaurant in Napa the evening of November 6th. It was a birthday dinner party for Newsome's close friend, Jason Kinney, a well-known lobbyist.
Also, I'd like to point out that this is one of the most expensive restaurants. Apparently, you can't get out of there without $1,000 a plate. That's what I've heard.
I just happened to look over and realize, hey, is that Gavin Newsome? Who is that? And I did ask one of the waitresses, and she confirmed it was.
We spoke with a woman who happened to be at the...
Well, yeah, but it's always accountability for the Democrats. In order for people to be held accountable, your voting base has to give a shit. And we're living in a world where, 73 million people voted for Donald Trump? They don't care. They don't care that he killed 250,000 people. They don't care that he separated families at the border, locked people up in cages. 666 children missing. Performing hysterectomies. I wish these people would be held accountable.
Restaurant the same night, and she snapped these photos. She asked us not to identify her. When the governor issued his apology on Monday,
It's just
he
pulling people off the
described dinner
streets in
as
Portland.
outdoors.
It
Insane.
was in Napa, which was in the orange status, relatively loose compared to some other counties. It was to be an outdoor restaurant.
But the photo appears to show the dinner being mostly indoors, with sliding glass doors opened up for air. The woman we spoke with says at one point those doors were closed because of noise complaints about the group.
It got louder and louder, and so they had some sliding glass doors that they were able to close. So then it was just a closed off room, but you could still hear them. That's how loud they were.
She says the scene was hypocritical.
It was a very large group of people and shoulder to shoulder, something that he's always telling us not to do. So, yeah, it was a bit annoying for sure.
A spokesperson for
Now, granted, they were probably all tested. I'm sure they're all within their groups around people that they see all the time anyway. And also, the governor of California has excellent health care. But still, it's the optics. It's the optics. Why do Democrats keep giving these idiot-ass Republicans ammo?
Jason Kinney told us, quote, the guests and the restaurant followed all applicable state and county public health guidance. The guests specifically required outdoor seating, and that's outdoor seating as confirmed and provided by the restaurant, end quote. The spokesperson also sent us a photo from Town and Country magazine describing that same area as outdoor seating. Regardless, the governor says he just shouldn't have been there in the first place.
He shouldn't have.
I sat down at the larger table. I realized it was a little larger group than I had anticipated. And I made a bad mistake. Instead of sitting down, I should have stood up and walked back, got in my car, and drove back to my house. The spirit of what I'm preaching all
Maybe you shouldn't have accepted the invite.
and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that. We're all human. We all fall short sometimes.
And literally just a few minutes ago, right before this newscast, the governor's team did get back to us. They referred us to his previous apology, and they said they don't want to comment on the specific substance.
At least he did admit it.
Remember, on Monday, the governor said he's going to learn from his mistake. He admitted that he...